Well, it's time for more wild hay baling action. See what happens today. First wagon line we borrowed, and the other three behind it are mostly ours or something like that. So yep, 4 wagons in a row. Everyone's gonna love us. We're only going 2 miles down some back roads. And we're gonna go at 66 again. It was still hooked up to the baler, so let's go. So you guys missed probably a little bit of baling, like a few wagons, five wagon loads so far. We're getting back here for the last day. I guess Brad wants to stack this one. Everybody wave to Brad. Oh yeah, he's ready. And we've got kind of half this field to go. I figure we'll get it on a wagon. Maybe we'll see how well stacking goes. Super humid today. Very low chance of rain, better chance tomorrow, and that might be the first rain that I might be very okay with getting. So, you know, let's see some hard physical labor out in the sunshine. How does everybody like the work Brad's doing? We're taking it nice and leisurely in second gear. We've bailed in third, and on the 66, that's a comfortable pace. I mean, it's a little speedy. But we got only 1 wagon to make, so we'll take it relaxing. A nice relaxing Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday, July 15th. And we're just down here, you know, one last leisurely wagon. We're thinking we're gonna have to stack it 6 high. Usually we go 7. But based on how many bales we got off the first windrow and how many windrows are left, yeah, we won't have to go 7. I don't like to go 5 because of the barn space that's left is not tall enough to back the wagon in. The goal with these wagons is to make the hay somebody else's when we unload them instead of stacking it in our barn. Because obviously we got a few days now with rain coming before we'll have to bale again. So might as well take it easy and only unload it once. Could be a little helpful if I was watching what I was doing going forward. Kind of doing the hindsight thing, watching the pickup on the baler instead. But it looks like it's coming up pretty well. Let's see, we're baling this field about a month earlier than last year, which is a month earlier than the field before. So maybe we'll be able to come back in September and cut it again, maybe. But there was about 20 acres here. We made 20 round bales, and just about 1,000 squares, I think. Yeah, like just about. It'll finish out right at 1,000. So second cut, we'll be lucky if we get 400 squares. That's just usually the rule of the game. First cutting, get your most. Any cutting after that, you're comfortably looking at a third. If you get half, that's pretty darn good. And someone's gonna say, oh, you should get more hay than that. Now, you someone don't understand the hay situation. I wouldn't be baling so much hay if it wasn't for real estate messing up the farms around here and cutting them up into little horse pastures. So, like I've said, you can read between the lines, a lot of it's happy hay. You know, people don't want to run it out for crops, and they don't want to have to bush hog it, so we mow it for hay. Because trust me, I'd much rather be handling grain, watching an auger do all the work, running dryer fans. I mean, I guess the physical labor is nice for a while, but it gets old real fast. Like, as we've stacked, I mean, between Brad and I mostly, a little bit of help from Dad. Like in the barn in the last 7 days, pretty much, we've handled well over 1,000 bales between putting them on the wagon and unloading them. Not to say I'm getting tired of it, and someone's gonna be like, oh, we can move that in a day. Well, you've probably got a few people helping you. It was hard to get help this week because it was fair week for the county above us, and that's where most of my hay help, or potential hay help, lives. That's just where I happen to know young, able-bodied folk, or they like going to that fair, because the county I live in, they have a fair during the school year. It's really late in the season. So a lot of them like to go in the summer to the one up north. And if they're all at the fair, well, they're not going to be here stacking hay. So yeah, the grand plan in the future, what I'd really like to do, would be to get one of those bale stacker wagons, which would require to build a tall enough barn to dump the thing. At least the self-propelled ones I know need like 16 or 17 feet to be able to dump the stack. I don't know if the tractor pull type ones carrying less bales would require less height to dump them. But I'm all about maximizing the load, so I'd probably get a self-propelled one to take as many bales home on each trip. It looks pretty good. The stuff we made in round bales wasn't as clean as the rest of this. I mean, in a round bale, it's not bad. You think it looks really clean in a round bale. You don't see the stems or anything. But in a square, a couple stems can really stick out if they're badly placed, like near the edge, sticking out to poke you. Let's see, so far we've baled 2 snakes that we know of. One of them was a big 5-foot black snake. The other was just a, you know, a little guy, maybe 2 foot, 3 foot, real small. The big black snake didn't get cut in half. The poor thing got smashed in the bale chamber. And boy, did it stink. Oh, he started rotting fast. Well, we threw him outside the barn and come back the next day. He was all busted open, all the maggots were eaten. He could see fur. So he had a full belly. So he was rotten, and then what he was eating was rotten. Hopefully none of you guys, you know, are eating during this on my description. I mean, at least the snake wasn't cut in half, or we didn't have 2 pieces anywhere. But we had watched the snake slither across the field a few times. I mean, we figured he was gonna get away, but for some reason, a windrow of hay must be good shelter for them. I mean, it keeps them out of the sun, it's low to the ground, compact, kind of like crawling in a hole, or under a house, under a log. Now, I'll have to show you this at the end, and unfortunately we didn't get it on video, but the day before we got the 66 stuck while baling, we sort of got a truck stuck with a wagon load of hay. By stuck, I mean the grass was wet, and the truck had terrible tires. It was a Chevy also, not ours, somebody else's. So we were getting stuck in wet grass. We also got stuck trying to get out of the field because the wagon got stuck in a ditch, and that's what did us in. But the 2810 has that snowplow mount on the front, which makes a fantastic bumper. Well, I was using that to push on the wagon, and we kind of mangled the backboard a little bit. So we have to be real gentle stacking that very first column of bales. going for 6 high. Well, this field is done. Yeehaw, we got a little bit more than we expected. We had to stack the wagon 7 high, and Brad's truck has some hay on it. Guess you'll see that when we get home. We got the rake hooked up to the back. It's time to hit the road. And this may be the last time you guys see the 6610. We'll see. I mean, it's kind of been for sale a little bit, real low key, and somebody's really interested in it. So yeah, we'll see if it's still here in a few days. And maybe we'll be able to, we're trying to trade up something with front wheel assist to put a loader on so we can feed hay better in the winter. Yeah, that would make it spectacular. Still could be difficult cleaning barns, so I'm like torn between the skid steer or the front wheel assist. But we'll stick with the tractor for at the moment.